All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. If you can believe it, it is the winter again. That kind of thing happens as time passes. And it's also starting to feel like I've been on YouTube for a while now, which is cool. So if you've been following along since the beginning, then thanks so much. I really can't express how much I appreciate it. And if you're new here, I'm also super psyched that you're tuning in. Yeah, last year I did a similar episode. When it gets all cold and gray and icky outside, I tend to shoot a little bit more inside and load up 3200 ISO film. This year I'm going to do the same thing, but in medium format. I have Ilford Delta 3200, and I have another roll that I'm going to be giving away at the end of this episode. A huge shout out and thank you to Jake for sending me 2 rolls. 1 roll for me to shoot and 1 roll to give away, which I'm super stoked on. I did a giveaway in a different episode and it was a ton of fun, so going to be doing it again. Same deal, you just have to leave a comment on the YouTube video and a comment on my Instagram post with these photos. I'll link the post in the description, and the comments can be whatever you want. Just one thing is, I use the Instagram comment to DM you if you win. So if you have different Instagram and YouTube usernames, just let me know in one of the comments. But otherwise, good luck. But yeah, let's get into it. So it's medium format this year, which doesn't leave me with a lot of options. I only have my Mamiya 645 and this Mamiya 6, which has not been treating me too well in the last videos with it. So if I was smart, I would use my 645. But yeah, I'm going to use my Mamiya 6. The Mamiya 6 is just so much smaller than the 645. Like, I can slip this camera in my coat pocket and take it with me into a bar without them really expecting or without them questioning why I have a huge ass camera with me. So maybe it's a bad call, but I'm going to go with the Mamiya 6 again. And then the film itself, it expired in 2019. Jake shot it at 1000 ISO. He said it was fine. So I think I'm going to keep it up in the high ISO range, and we're going to go 6400. So maybe you're witnessing the beginning of a disaster, but Ilford Delta 3200, shot at 6400, expired in 2019 in the Mamiya 6, and we'll see how it goes.
I don't usually eat this good on Monday night. This is rad.
Are you working next 2 weeks? Do you make good money on Christmas?
No one tips.
Your hair's not showing up.
Oh, you need my hair?
Yeah, there you go. That's way better. Yeah, I was wearing Good
You want me in my YouTube video?
YouTube?
Are you famous?
Yeah, no.
Hell yeah. Hey!
Oh my god, no. There's a few people. There's probably there's 5 or 6 people. Actual bars, maybe in Seattle.
Good job, guys. Good job.
We'll see. So the results. I'm sure you're dying to know why every photo was blurry, and I'll tell you, of course. But first, here are the negatives, like usual. They look fine. And I would say that the film was fine overall. I don't think there was any issue with the expiration, and I think pushing it to 6400 was totally okay. I mean, it was grainy, of course, but that's one of the things that I love about a Delta 3200. It's grainy, you shoot it in low light, and it's just a fun time. But this time was not so fun because every picture I took was blurry. And that is entirely on me. I thought that it would be a good idea to zone focus. The rangefinder patch on this camera is pretty dim, so shooting it in low light was hard, and I thought it would just be easier to use this scale and guess the focus. But turns out I'm really bad at that. I remember taking a number of pictures on this roll where I thought the subject was 3.5 feet away from me, even though they were pretty much on the opposite end of a dinner table. And the only picture that worked out was the portrait of my friends Griffin and Emma, and that was because I was forced to shoot at 3.5 feet. If I had the option, I would have probably focused at 1 feet, but 3.5 feet is minimum focusing distance, and lo and behold, that was the picture that was in focus. So yeah, the blurriness was my fault. And then the other kind of issue that was also my fault was that double exposure situation, and that's because you have to look through this rear window to see what frame you're on, and shooting in the low light, it's a little bit difficult to actually read the number on the backing paper. So I had that overlap, and then I actually completely skipped a frame. So that's why there are only 11 photos instead of 12. Both issues were my fault, but the film is great, and I will be giving this roll away. So in 2 weeks, I'm going to pick out a winner from the YouTube and Instagram comments, and then I'll ship it your way. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for sticking around and watching, and I'll see you on the next one.